Hi, this is Jody Colegrove with Quantum Techniques. We have the most diagnostic form of energy medicine in the world today. We work with people to find out what is the root cause of their disease so they know how to take care of it and what to do. I work with people all over the world, over the phone, helping them determine why they're having a health issue and what they can do about it. So that may sound a little weird. How in the world do you do remote testing and remote healing? Well, with our pandemic, doctors are even starting to go to that modality a little bit more and to find out ways to do that. I thought it was a little funny that our church, because they couldn't meet in person, they blessed all the communion and said that, even though it's not from the church, we're going to bless it, and therefore it's considered, communion to be able to have that. And I said, oh, you're kind of getting into my realm of stuff. So I wanted to explain to you, what is remote healing and how does it work? So I want to give you just kind of some food for thought today. So you think about an MRI machine, and it takes a look and a picture of our liver and our kidneys. And it compares it with the frequencies of other liver and kidneys that it has seen and knows what it looks like. They can even send those pictures to a radiologist in a different state. And he can look at previous pictures that he's seen of normal liver and kidneys and lungs to find out what's going on and what is happening. So that is kind of a form of remote healing, or looking at it and remote telling us what's going on. So I do remote muscle testing, and I look at I listen to your voice over the phone, and I look at a picture. We also prefer pictures if you could send that, because it really helps us dial into your energy, and so we can read it better, just like the MRI. And what we do is we find out through muscle testing what is the most stressed organ, gland, or tissue, and we communicate with the body to find out why it's the most stressed organ and why it's stressed. So if people have pain, we can test and find out, oh, you've got kidney stones. Well, I can get that. I can tell that it's kidney stones and what's going on and how to get it fixed. And I can share that, within 10 minutes. And then you don't have to spend thousands of dollars of medical expenses to get it fixed. You can also, we find out if you have appendicitis and how to take care of that. Pictures is a representation of the frequency. And I always say a lot of times it's like prayer. When we pray to somebody, we know who we're praying for. We're praying for our mom or our sister, and we know them, and we're sending them love and prayers and to protection and things like that. And so, remote healing kind of works the same way. We're sending that person that we know healing. So what is a surrogate? So a surrogate is when we have to work with a parent of a young child, like a 2-month-old, or for their pets that may be hurting. So we're working through their energy, the person I have on the phone, for the pet that they're having to deal with or has an issue. So what we do is we give the body instructions, and that's through the form of an acupressure code. And so there are different pressure points that communicate with the body to do certain things. So everything is energy, and everything has an energy frequency. And you can learn, there's been lots of books written and studies done about the frequency in water. And if you send love to water, it will, have these beautiful formations. If you send anger and hate to water, it will be disrupted. And, like think about snowflakes. And, snowflakes are beautiful. But if that structure was sent anger and hate, it would destroy the structure of the snowflake, which is like water. So we have just become expert at reading people's energy and their energy signatures to know what is going on in their body. So everything has a vibration. And so we reestablish the proper vibration for the diseased tissue so it can heal rapidly. That is very different than asking what medication is going to make the symptoms go away. We don't even ask that question. We just want to bring it back into its normal balance that it was created to thrive by. So that's a lot of times people will call us and say, well, can you test CBD oil? And we can find out for the symptom you have, whether that CBD oil is going to be effective and how effective it is, and whether it's going to be good for healing the symptoms you're working with. There's certain CBD oils that may have too many pesticides in it and not have a good healing quality. And so that's something that we would look at. So we find out what's going on in your body. We communicate with it, and we connect with it, and we get it to connect with itself so that it can heal. So I want to give you an example. So let me give you an example. So my mom right now is in a care facility, and because of the pandemic and for us having to stay home and for new cases coming up, we cannot see her. And the care facility called and said, hey, she actually is limping a little bit and she has a little bit of a bruise. So I was able, because I know my mom's energy, to test her and say, okay, what's going on? Well, I found out that she was very dehydrated and that her kidneys were really having an issue functioning. And so they also had a bacteria. And because that's our kidneys, she was kind of pissed off from having to be in the care facility and feeling isolated. So I put all that back online, and sure enough, within 24 hours, she was doing fine. Now, the care facility said, well, do you want us to take her to the ER? And we said, no, don't do that, because if they do that, they take her out of the facility, then, she's being more exposed and she's having to be in quarantine there at the hospital, then quarantine when she comes back. And how simple was it for me just to check in and find out, okay, yeah, it's her kidney. She's having some issues. And so we were able to clear that up. So it can just solve a tremendous amount of issues and problems that you have very simply. So that's kind of how we do remote testing. And yeah, it may be a little weird, but it's worth trying sometime. I mean, kind of what do you have to lose? So if we even offer that if you don't have a significant shift in your energy within 24 hours, we'll give you a refund. And it's 100% back guarantee. And that's how much we believe in what we do. And I've just seen it time and time again really impact people and really help them heal and feel so much better. And it's such a rewarding to be in this, to do this kind of healing. So that's how confident we are in it. Sorry. And so if you're suffering, we ask you, please make the choice, give us a call, and we can work and find out what's going on with quantum techniques and to get you back and healing better and feeling better. So visit quantumtechniques.com and you can sign up for a session request, and we can find out what's going on, and we can do it all remotely from the pleasure of your own home. You can find out what toxins are impacting you, what pathogens are impacting you, what organs, glands, and tissues maybe not communicating. Maybe you have, a heavy metal issue, you have a fungal issue, viruses or bacterias, and we get the body to see what's going on so it can heal it. Because what it can see, it can heal. So visit us at quantumtechniques.com, and that way you can get your health and happiness back. Blessings.